All right, folks, bang that desk. BangTheBook.com, Brian Blessing, Kenny White, big boy football, SEC, Georgia's at Auburn. Auburn 3.5 the opener, Kenny up to 4, total 62. And it's funny, at the beginning of the year, we said after losing to Clemson, don't sleep on Georgia, still a team that had an opportunity to win the national title. Now we're talking about Auburn. How about the Tigers?
Yeah, amazing. Gus Malzahn's done a tremendous job. It just shows what coaching could do. Gene Chizik had the talent there at Auburn, couldn't get the most out of that talent. Now Malzahn doing everything he can and putting players in position and using the right sets. They run the ball more effectively than almost anyone in the country.
Georgia has burned your money all year long. 1-7-1 against the spread. And my question to you, and again, it's an intangible. Losing to Missouri, I get. Should have lost to Tennessee. But then losing to Vandy. Has this Bulldogs team lost interest?
I'm sure they have lost a little interest. They were a team that was thinking national championship. They lose their first game against Clemson. Mark Richt got focused. They said, hey, we can still win this, but you know what? Now the losses start piling up. They do lose some focus towards that part of it. But it's a conference game. It's Auburn. They know where Auburn sits. I think Georgia comes to play in this football game.
Hey, I got to ask you, you do a great job projecting out. All the talk about Teddy Bridgewater, I look at Aaron Murray, to me, as the guy with the biggest upside to be a star in the NFL, and I don't think he gets a lot of talk in that regard.
No, he really doesn't. More of it's his size, but Aaron Murray kind of reminds me a little bit of Drew Brees in that facet. So we'll see. I think he's a top 5 quarterback, Murray, but they love those big guys with the cannon for a right arm. Murray has the arm strength of everyone else, just doesn't have that same size.
How about Auburn with this 9-1 record, also rewarding the backers, an 8-2 mark against the spread. Nick Marshall, what a season he has had.
7 straight spread wins by Auburn, and Nick Marshall, a great dual-threat quarterback, completing 58% of his passes. Like to see his touchdown-interception ratio a little bit better, 8-5, but he can do it on the ground and through the air. And then Mason, averaging 104 yards out of the backfield with 16 touchdowns. And Malzahn, he's a passing guy, but he's really resorted to the run because that's where the strength of this team is.
All right, 2.5 questions for you.
Okay.
All right, for the price of 1. 3.5 up to 4. A, are you on board the move? B, will there be any buyback? Is there any chance this ever gets back to 3? And what do you think pace of play?
I think it's a fast tempo game. I'll go backwards. I do not think it'll get back to 3, and it could go to 4, and I think there'll be some buyback at 4, though. Some of the professionals may jump in. It could go to 4.5, actually. Auburn's a team that's on a roll, 7 in a row. It's hard for people to jump in front of that freight train.
He's Kenny White. I'm Brian Blessing. You are here at BangTheBook.com. Make sure you keep it right here. We'll get you ready for big action in the NFL this weekend as well from Las Vegas.